evening, everyone. It is Sunday. I trust that everyone had an awesome week. And I know, despite what's going on around, I do hope that there is hope for with everything that has happened. And today, I just wanted to share with you something that I'm working on. It's a little challenging, but I wanted to just show you, just an idea I have in mind for a Christmas card. So once I am done, of course, if you're you're happy with the video, of course, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you will not miss any future videos that I post every Sunday. I do apologize. Last week there was a bit of technical issues, so I was not able to post the video on Sunday as promised, but I was able to get it through the Monday morning. So again, I do apologize for that. So today I am faced with the challenge to make some Christmas cards. I want to provide variations. I want to be able to make it look attractive and to meet the individual's needs. And this is basically what I'll be working on. So I did do some preliminary cutting and a few things just so that I can just basically demonstrate or just express the ideas that I have in mind. And of course, it's not carved in stone, but I want to show possible ideas for Christmas cards. So with this one, I have a white background. This is a 5 by 7. I am not actually going to make the card. This is more like a sample, just like a sample. So technically it will not be the final thing. But again, it's just, trying to work around what might look good, what wouldn't, things like that. So with a white background, we're using pattern paper. That's an option I was looking at. I do have a die cut that I use to get to just take out the center portion. And it could be, it really could be anything. It could be a circle. You could just take a circle, anything that's circular around the house, even, tape, just do your circle. It might be a little difficult to get, around that circle, but I think a die would be best. But for all intents and purposes, you could use any die cut just to create that negative space for you to work in. Now, I did cut out a few things. I did cut out the poinsettias. I did cut out a few gold, red. I also have like the bigger leaves, so I'm just going to show you those. It's kind of challenging. So these are bigger leaves. Now, what I'm working on doing is, if you notice closely, we have red and green and white in here, but I want to find a way to offset all of, just to lift the front of the card a little bit. So these are the ideas I have. So with this as the frame, I was looking at perhaps, like sticking the poinsettias here. We could either stick it on either side just to, something like that. So you have that at the bottom. And then, of course, as far as the space up here, we have the choice, say, to put, in this case, say if I use Joy to the World and I use it as in gold, and that's a die cut that I do have. That's one option. Or I can do maybe a slanted Merry Christmas. Okay. I can do that in gold. I can do maybe, let's see, do it in green. I also have that one too. But these are kind of ideas that I'm looking at. The other thing that I am thinking is I could simply use stamps. I could go ahead and do a stamp here. And I'm going to go ahead and get that done so you will be able to see. So let me just get my stamper here. Whoops, sorry guys, just a little avalanche, but I am good. Let's get back here. Okay, so I am going to just go ahead and reposition this really quickly, and let me get my block, my stamping block, which is just an acrylic for acrylics. And then it does have some lines in here. I don't know if you can see the lines where you can, you know, just position your stamp so it will pick it up nicely. And then we can go ahead and stamp. Now what I usually do, and I would recommend your first stamp, just go ahead and test it first before, you know, on a scrap piece, just to make sure that it's done. I think that helps me better than to just, you know, go straight on that. So I'm going to put it in the top center. So I'm going to just press, and just a little pressure, don't rock it or anything, and there you go. So I have Merry Christmas right up here. And then let's go ahead and see how it would look if we use the Christmas tree. Now, it's always good to have some baby wipes around. That's what I use basically to take out the ink. So I'm just gonna, you know, dab it off a little bit, just take out that extra ink here. And then I am going to, let's see, is this Christmas tree? Yes, that'll fit. I'm just making sure that the Christmas tree is tall enough to okay, so these Christmas trees that I have here, I have a big one and a small one. And this outer one would be a little darker than the inside one. And I'll show you what I mean. So let's just do that. Again, this is just experimenting, and you could always let me know what you think. So we could have, again, we could have the Merry Christmas. You could just like stick this in the center here, along with this one. Could have this like that. And then if you would like, you can have Joy to the World, or you can do a Christmas, or you could have it like this. It's entirely up to you. But because of what I'm trying to achieve, I would not want to use the stamping for this one. So if I was using this, then chances are I may have used, you know, the die cut wood instead. But again, these are always options. So let's go ahead and try the Christmas tree. Again, I'm just kind of playing around with this. This is not carved in stone. And I'm just lightly tacking it with some, what you call it, some washi tape. Just a light tack so that I can get the view. And that's one way you can, you know, try to see what something looks like before you actually, you know, set everything together. And at the bottom here, I am actually at the back of this, I just have a regular piece of paper, just, you know, as so that I don't get to stamp on the actual card itself, just to see what it looks like. This is an option, but I like to do that because I'm a visual learner, and this is one of the ways I can see if I like something or not. So I'm going to go ahead and attach my stamp here. Now I do have, let's see, I do have some stamps. The only thing is, I just realized I don't even know what I did with my stamps. Anyway, nevertheless, let's just pretend that we have what we need, and I'm just going to use just any, okay, I think I found my stamps. Sorry about that, guys. I'm having one of those days. Okay. Not my stamps, I'm sorry, my ink pads. Okay. So I am going to try using a little distress ink. It doesn't mean that's what I'm going to use, but I'm just trying to get an example or see how I like what comes out. And based on that, I'll know what I want to do. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to, play around with those. Let me see. Might not work too well, but at least I will try. So I'm going to go ahead and just dab this up on here. Oops. Shaking everything, aren't I? And then, of course, I'm going to take my piece of paper, test paper that I had here, and let me see. So I'm going to press down, and as you can see, I just need a little more ink on that, but that's okay. I'm not actually getting that set up yet. I'm just trying to see how it works out. So I believe I have enough of that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to stamp right in the middle. And again, just apply pressure. Don't rock it or anything. Just pressure that you can make sure. Okay, so that's one. I'm going to just remove this. Just a little wipe. And I'm going to remove this one. And I will do this. I want to be able to get, I place this on here first because I'm trying to figure out if this actually will work with this. It's supposed to be like a two-step, I forgot what they call it. It's those stamps that have different layers and you put one at a time. Now, in a case like this one, you would actually use something else for this. And it is called either the Misty tool or the Advanced Precision Press by, I think it's, we are Memory Keepers, I believe. So that you can actually keep the stamp in the place you need it and not be concerned that when you go back to restamp, that is going to not work out. So I'm going to put this over, apply pressure. I'm going to remove. Now, look at this. Okay, look at how this looks. This looks absolute. I think the tree looks absolutely gorgeous, actually. So I kind of like this. So I have the greens. I have, of course, I could use red too for Merry Christmas if I wanted to, or maybe even green. We could use green too for the Merry Christmas. But then that's an option that is always, there, as far as just in that empty space. So this was just a short video just to just show you how you can come up with different ideas for making the Christmas cards this year if you're making Christmas cards, or just keep it very simple. Just have your paper pad. That's it. Just cut it out, a little smaller than the actual base card. Stick it on, add your sentiment on maybe a white piece of paper, maybe bordered with this, just little examples. So you could have, just pretend, I always like to pretend that this is your sentiment here. If you want to write it or whatever, because it's to family, you can put Merry Christmas here, cut this piece off, stick it on here, and you still have that little border here. There's so much things you can do, and it's endless. But I do like this Christmas tree here. So tell me what you think between this one and, of course, if we use the poinsettias instead. I don't know if you can remember. Let me see. Using the poinsettias instead with perhaps Joy to the World, or a Good Merry Christmas, that sort of thing. So here you go. thank you so much for just joining me here in this little dilemma session. And I look forward to getting any feedback from you guys as to how you feel about the possible options for this space in here. And other than that, I just want to thank you so much for watching. Nevertheless, have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you guys next Sunday. Bye bye.